On December 19th, 20th, depending on where you live, Jupiter, the planet of growth, abundance, and expansion, will be moving into Aquarius as well. So the last time Jupiter was in Aquarius was in 2009. I want you to rewind in your memories and in your brains and see what was going on in 2009 for you. So Jupiter takes 12 months in a sign before moving on to the next sign, which means that Jupiter moving into Aquarius is setting the tone for us for the next 12 months. This is going to be a brand new energy. And again, where it's moving into Aquarius, this is very much about the human race. This is humanitarian rights and efforts. This is about community. This is about healing the collective consciousness. So just a little bit of detour, a little tidbit of information. We've been living in the age of Pisces, which is the unconscious collective. It is the dark, murky waters of everything that we've suppressed, everything that we've pushed aside. And that's why this year especially has had a lot of darkness rise to the surface in order for the collective to face the pain and the trauma that we have had a hand in creating. And now, as we get closer and closer to move into the new age of Aquarius, which, by the way, there's still a huge debate on when it actually begins, but nonetheless, we are creeping closer and closer to the age of Aquarius, where all of that darkness, all of the lies, all of the betrayal, all of the deception has now come to the surface for acknowledgement, for integration, and for healing. So Jupiter moving into Aquarius, this is going to be expansive because we need to look at not just smaller communities, we have to look at the human race, the grander collective. We have to start sharing our abundance with one another. We have to equal things out so everyone has the same privileges, the same rights. And again, for those of you out there fearful and still stuck in 3D, fixated on this new world order, you have to understand that those in power are going to be what makes or breaks the utopia that we are trying to move into. So Jupiter, nonetheless, wants us to grow and expand past our certain circumstances that we've been living in. Jupiter in Capricorn was wasn't given its fair opportunity because Pluto and Saturn were right there with Jupiter for most of its time in Capricorn, which meant that there wasn't a lot of growth and expansion. There was more damage and destruction in order for new growth and new expansion to take place. Nonetheless, we are going to see a huge expansion and a huge growth, not only in humanitarian efforts, not only in communities, not only in healing the greater collective consciousness, but we're going to see advancements in technology, in medical sciences, in alternative healing. And most people call it new age healing, but it's not new age at all. This is what our ancestors used to do. We're talking about sound therapy, light therapy. We're talking about energy therapy. Like, these are all healing modalities that have been suppressed by the global elitists, the big pharmaceutical companies that want us to remain in a place of sickness. Why? Because you can make money off of sick people. You can't make money off of healthy people. Therefore, a lot of the alternative therapies, a lot of the quote unquote new age therapies are very old, are ancient, are very much buried under the secrets and knowledge that we have been kept away from knowing. And Jupiter moving into Aquarius, you can expect a huge topic, a huge theme, a huge limelight on some of these particular areas that are going to be great for healing the human collective.